Natsu and Ryu meet for the first time during a group hangout at some karaoke bar because that's for some fucking reason place to go and hang out in an anime series. She gets bored and bluntly asks Natsu if he wants to leave. He hesitates at first, but pretty much says, "Fuck it, why not? I got nothing else going on." Right off the bat, the two go to Ryu's house, and this dude Natsu still can't comprehend what the hell is going on. I mean, come on, if a girl says, "Hey, let's go to my house," you know, every pubescent teen, even me myself if I was a teen, would think, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get some pussy," but you know, whatever. Hey, it is what it is. She flat out says, "I want some dick. Come f me, nerd." He tries to not have sex with her by playing the gentleman card and tells her that losing your virginity should be with someone he truly loves. Deep down, he secretly is in love with his sensei, Hina, in which the two share an obvious tense relationship with that I'll get to shortly in the video. She replies back with, "Fuck all that noise, man. I just want some dick, and I just want to get my first time over with because this shit is bullshit." The two awkwardly have sex, and yes, it is very graphic, but they don't show anything down south. But it is very graphic, and it's borderline watching hentai. It is by far a fraction of the cringiest shit you will ever see in this damn series. Fast forward after that, and his dad announces that he's getting remarried out of the fucking blue. Natsu is shocked at first, but goes along with it to support his father's happiness and his decision. Dad then drops the ball by saying the family is coming over for dinner. He's like, "Alright, cool, Pops. It is what it is. I like to meet the family. You know, why not?" The family shows up, and his future stepmom's kids happen to be Ryu, the girl that he out of the blue, and his sensei Hina, who he has a crush on. Wow, shocker! I know, right? Could've fooled me. After all this is revealed, the two decide that they will be moving into one big house together to be one big happy family. And again, could have fucking fooled me. Since moving in together, Natsu sees a whole new side of Hina and tries time after time to hit that, but fails. Meanwhile, tension heats up between the three because Natsu and Ryu get jealous over some dude that is seeing Hina. Turns out it's some teacher that was, you know, I guess, I don't know if that was Hina's sensei, but I guess it was like her science teacher or whatever, and he was married at the time, but he developed feelings for her, and they had a relationship, like student-teacher relationship. You know how that goes. Don't know why it's part of the story, but I guess you'll find out why, because it's kind of, you'll find out. You'll find out. Hina and her boyfriend, you know, break up after the two meet them, and they have an awkward kind of meeting at a cafe. Things go south pretty quick because they find out that the dude is cheating on his wife while he's with Hina, and they're both disgusted by both, I mean Natsu and Ryu, because they're like, "Dude, why are you cheating on your wife with Hina?" And Natsu is even more hurt because he's like, "I see this woman come home crying every fucking day, and I see her at school crying every day, knowing that I'm trying to help, but I just get the, oh, you're too young, you just don't understand." Well, bitch, guess what? I do understand, because you cock block me every fucking day at school, and you cock block me at home. Step sis. Eventually, Hina and her boyfriend break up, and Natsu and Hina have an intense makeup session. And by that, I mean he tries to confess his feelings for her, but then Hina kind of goes out of the blue, like, does this thing where she looks like she's about to, you know, go down south on him, and they, you know, I think they, like, almost kiss, and she's like, "You couldn't handle me, Natsu, so just stop. You're not mentally mature enough for me," which I think is the most shit excuse you could ever give somebody. No, bitch, you are not mentally mature enough to handle all this. Ryu tries desperately to hide her growing feelings for Natsu, but fails at doing so. Then randomly out the blue, Hina and Natsu go on a day trip together because why not? He finally legit confesses his feelings for Hina after many failed attempts, and I mean this time he really does. It's not no, "Oh, I've come so close," and then something randomly happens to where now I have to hide my feelings. And no, he actually comes forth and spills the beans and says, "This short story I wrote is actually about you. I wrote it for you, woman, because I love you." And she pretty much tells Hina this metaphor of why they can't be together because society would judge them because they're step siblings, and he would have to live with that for the rest of his life, and so would she. "And if you really want that, I will risk it all for you." And he's like, "Huh? so vague, don't do anything. And she's like, yeah, that's what I thought. Buster, you ain't pushing P, nigga. Anyway, sometime after that, Ryu and Natsu kiss due to asking Natsu for them to have a secret kissing session, because I guess Natsu really's never had a legit first kiss, and so she wanted it to be with her stepbro, because why not? That makes the story even better. Am I right? Yeah, of course I'm right. So the two, kiss, and from here on out they have secret kissing sessions until Hina catches them in the act. Of course, Hina definitely feels some type of way, and she decides that it's best for her to move out of the house. As she leaves, she reassures Natsu that everything is fine between them, and that wasn't her and Ryu kissing wasn't the reason why I decided to leave. So there you go. I guess everything's good. But then Hina leaves Natsu a letter saying, I do like you, because I guess somewhere in between that, I guess they decided to become a couple. And she left Natsu a key to her place so he can go over there whenever he wants and, get some love in action. As time goes on, Natsu pressures Hina more and more to go further sexually within their relationship, while being more distant from Ryu. As time goes on and he gets closer and closer with Hina as their relationship rises, his relationship with Ryu falls drastically. Ryu still is unaware that the two started a relationship, but has her suspicions, as Natsu and Hina actually are about to make love for the first time when Natsu injures himself by some girl pushing him down the stairs. Yeah, that was weird. Ryu knocks on the door and discovers the truth. That's how she finds out, and the music comes on, and it's a really sad moment. I kind of feel bad for Ryu because Natsu kind of just pretty much was playing Ryu, and I just think the whole love triangle thing is just one big massive migraine. Things get even more tense when the three have to gear up for a school field trip to Okinawa. I think I pronounced it right the second time. Ryu and Hina finally hash things out. They make up, they become sisters again or whatever. And later on that night during a fireworks display, Natsu technically proposes to Hina with a toy ring, and they finally and I mean they don't show anything down south, but they show them for a good almost 5 minutes. And I don't know, guys. It was the most cringy shit I ever seen. I'm sure you could probably look this up on certain websites if you want to, but yeah, it's cringe. Once they go back to school and everything seems to be going back to normal, Ryu is okay with Hina and Natsu being together. She's decided that the love between them is never gonna happen and that she needs to move on. Everything's all peaches and cream, right? No. The school board finds out of Hina and Natsu's relationship because of photos taken all the way from the beach. In order to keep the news from the rest of the school board and her family, she asks for an immediate transfer to a different school ways away from her own town, leaving behind her family, students, and her home. More importantly, Natsu and Ryu. Natsu goes in a deep depression during the holidays, gets this random inspiration to write a whole new short novel based on his feelings that he is currently going through. He locks himself in his room all throughout winter, finishes it, and then his teacher, or his literature teacher, sensei thing, whatever, that dude's kind of came out of nowhere too, submits it, and he wins first place in this amateur award. And Sensei Curious, was like, hey, I know this guy who can definitely help you in your pursuit on trying to become an author. He gets connections. Natsu, that is, gets connections, and everything goes back to normal. He then makes peace with everyone in his family, marking an end to an era. As the series ends, Ryu basically tells Natsu how she feels about him, and the series leads off on a cliffhanger, basically assuming that the two again, and you don't know where things are gonna go from there. And yeah, that was the Domestic Girlfriend anime review. Please don't watch this.